You know why you clicked on this video. You wanted to see some good old country cooking, some Southern classics, and we're gonna give them to you. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. I feel like my Southern card should be revoked until now because there are a couple of recipes that I've never made that Stephen grew up on, so I'm excited to give them a try. I'm gonna do like our grandmothers used to do, and I'm gonna spend all afternoon in the kitchen, and I'm gonna be cooking a meat, 2 sides, and some cornbread. Y'all, this meal was phenomenal. I say was because we just got finished eating it, and I can proudly say that it turned out wonderfully. So let's go back in time and start making it. You cannot have a country classic meal without Southern cornbread. You just can't. I'm pretty sure there's a law against it. So we're gonna make Stephen's grandma's cornbread. We've made this numerous times, but if you're new here, maybe you haven't seen us make it. And if you aren't familiar, Southern cornbread does not have any
sugar in it.
Sugar. I'm gonna get started by greasing our cast iron skillet with some Crisco, and we're gonna heat this skillet up along with the oven. So as I'm preheating the oven, we're gonna pop this in there. That'll give us that good sizzle when it's time to pour our cornbread mixture in there. Let's go put this in the oven and get it preheating. We're gonna preheat to 425. So I've got self-rising cornmeal here. We need 2.5 cups of that, a couple of eggs, and we need about 1/2 cup of Crisco. It's gonna go into the batter. Pastry cutter. We're just going to do this, like back and forth for a minute or two until it resembles some coarse crumbs. The fun part is keeping that Crisco off of the pastry cutter. All right, that's what it should look like. We need 2 cups of buttermilk, and then we're gonna mix this with a fork. It's gonna be lumpy. It's supposed to be. That's a good thing. Now, you gotta make sure you got it all off the bottom. That's why I like a clear bowl. Okay, let's pour this in there. A little sizzle going on, what we love to hear. Beautiful. Okay, this is gonna bake at 425 for 30 to 35 minutes, just until it's golden brown. So we need some bacon for our next dish that we're getting started. We are gonna have some stewed tomatoes and okra. If you know, you know. And it is a Southern classic, it's a Southern staple. And there is a restaurant near here called Wade's that serves it pretty regularly. And Wade's, if you ever come to Spartanburg, South Carolina, please do yourself a favor and go eat there. It's like a meat and 3 type place. The best food. So yeah, go check it out. Their rolls.
Get the rolls.
They'll say, do you want rolls or cornbread? Say rolls. But anyway, we're gonna make stewed tomatoes and okra. I'm just chopping up about 4 slices of bacon. We're gonna get started on this next. So we're gonna put this skillet over here and heat it to about medium, just barely over medium. We're gonna let that heat up, and then we're gonna cook our bacon. While we let that heat up, I'm gonna chop up this onion. You know what, I should probably get my little chopper out so I ain't gotta stand here and do this.
Your choppy little chopper?
My choppy little chopper. So let me peel this, and I'm gonna grab my veggie chopper. Oh gosh, all this time I haven't had a microphone on. Now I do. Hopefully y'all could hear me. He's standing right there, so I think you could. You'd think this is my first time doing this, that I haven't been doing it for 7.5 years.
You're still doing a good job.
Am I?
Yep.
Okay. So easy. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna jump in here really quickly and tell you all about my favorite pots and pans from Caraway. They are sponsoring this portion of today's video. You've seen me use these pots and pans for going on maybe over 3 years now. And I can honestly say that I love them just as much now as I did on day one. The main reason that I originally switched to Caraway pans are that they are non-toxic. And I mean completely non-toxic. They are made with a ceramic coating that is super non-stick without all those chemicals that are not good for us. So you don't have to worry about those forever chemicals like Teflon leaking into your family's food, and that means you have peace of mind when you're cooking. And now 3 years later, I still love my pots and pans because they just work so well. They evenly distribute the heat, food does not stick and burn, and cleanup is so easy and fast. I've added to my collection over the years. I have their bakeware, I have some of their cast iron. My favorite 2 pieces are this large saute pan and this large like Dutch oven type pot, but I do recommend starting out with their 12-piece set because it's best for your everyday cooking and it comes with organizational storage. I'm telling you about this because right now Caraway is having their best sale of the entire year. So if you've been wanting to make the switch, now is the time to do it. And here's the deal. This is the sale. They're not going to do a different, better sale for Black Friday. So you don't have to wait. You can shop it now. You can get up to 20% off site-wide, but Caraway is giving my audience an extra free gift. If you use my code INF-Mandy, you will get a free Graza Frizzle Spray with your order. And in addition to this, if you hit their highest discount tier, you will also get their free Caraway bar set that they just came out with. So check out the description box below. I've got the link and my discount code listed there. And thank you to Caraway for continuing to support my channel. So I've got a couple of garlic cloves here. This one is kind of large. Let's cut it in half. And we're gonna mince these. Maggie is in there talking. I wish I could hear her. I don't know what she's talking about. She's telling us something. Let's add our bacon. Got that nice sizzle. We're gonna let this cook pretty much until it's kind of almost to the point where it's crispy. And then we'll add in our onions and our garlic. She pretty. So this has rendered a lot of fat and it is time to add in our onion. I'm gonna cook this for a minute or two and then we'll throw our garlic in at the very end. In a couple of minutes, let's add in that garlic. Oh my goodness, it smells good. I've got 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Let's add those in. Now to cut the acidity, we're gonna add in about a tablespoon or so of sugar. I'm using dried thyme, so I'm gonna do about a half a teaspoon. We also need about a half a teaspoon of the Dub sauce, but I think I did more than that, but that's okay. Same thing with the apple cider vinegar, only like half a teaspoon. I am not going to go crazy with that. I am gonna measure that. We're gonna let this simmer for about 10 minutes uncovered before we add in our okra. And I'm using frozen okra today. If you have fresh, that's fine too. It'll just take a little bit longer, but the frozen won't take that long.
You didn't forget something again, did you?
I never forget ingredients. I forgot a bay leaf.
Hey, it's better late than never.
That's right. We're going to throw this bay leaf in there and let that kind of hang out.
This is going to be delicious, baby.
Yeah, it is. We're about to start working on our next thing.
I'm looking
This was
forward
a
to
this next thing was a request from the guy holding the camera. And he is stoked about it.
I sure am.
So, you see taters and you think, oh, she's making some mashed taters. I am not. What am I making?
Stewed potatoes.
Stewed potatoes. I've never made them.
Used to make them.
I've never made them. So I'm excited to make them. Stephen was talking about how she made them, his grandmother. So here we go. So we're gonna fill this pot up with water, maybe an inch or 2 above the potatoes, and stick them on the stovetop to boil. So now I've got this frozen bag of okra. I think this is a 12-ounce bag. We're just gonna use this. It's still frozen, and that's okay because it'll come back up to temperature, and we got time because we got other stuff we're cooking. Let's add that in and stir it around. It's going to cool it down. If you've got fresh okra, you're going to be using about 2 cups of fresh okra chopped up. Let's let that come back up to a simmer. Very important. You want to salt and pepper these bad boys. I didn't want to forget that. You could always do it at the very end, but I'm going to pop the lid on this. We're going to turn the temperature down just a little bit to about medium-low, and we're going to let this hang out. Just about 10 minutes is all it needs, but we'll turn it down to like really low because we've got to finish our potatoes and then we've got to do our main dish too. So we're gonna let that just hang out. Stew a little extra. While we wait on our potatoes to come up to a boil, we need to get started on the main event, which is meatloaf. And you may think, okay, why are you just now starting on meatloaf? Because meatloaf takes like an hour to an hour and a half to bake. Not when you do it the way we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it in muffin tins so that you can have the goodness of meatloaf in like 20-25 minutes. Our potatoes have come up to a boil, so we're gonna let them boil for like, I don't know, 10-11 minutes. I'm gonna set a timer so I don't forget because I will get sidetracked. So that's gonna do its thing. Let's go work on those meatloaf. To start for our meatloaves, we need to make our glaze. So I need about 3/4 a cup of ketchup. I've got about 1/3 a cup of brown sugar. I did pack it in there pretty well. We need a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Paprika. That's gonna give it a good smoky flavor. a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of the Dub sauce. Let's just combine that really well, and we're just gonna set this to the side. I kind of want to taste it.
Taste it.
Smoky. Oh, it's got a little bit of heat, but sweet. That's good. I like that. All right, let's set that to the side. Before we forget, we need to preheat this oven to 400. So you could do either or you can combine them like I'm doing. I'm doing regular breadcrumbs and panko. I'm gonna do half and half. So I've got 2 pounds of ground beef here. It's like 85-15, which is what you want. And then you need a cup of breadcrumbs. This is a 1/4 cup measure, so I'll do a 1/2 cup of just regular breadcrumbs.
So half and half.
Half and half.
That's how you order your sweet tea.
It is how I order my sweet tea. Y'all, can you believe that? I need my Southerner card revoked. I order half and half tea nowadays. Because sweet tea down here, it's like a little bit of, yeah, it's like a little bit of tea leaves in your sugar water. It's a bit much. So I order half and half nowadays. All right, let's do another 1/2 cup of those. All right, let me tell you what we're gonna do with this onion.
Tell me something. I bet it's going in that meatloaf.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna grate it.
You're going to grate it?
Yeah, we're not chopping it. So let me go get my little thingy.
That's a very technical term there, baby doll.
What, the little thingy?
Get your little thing.
It's my cheese grater. We're just gonna use it to grate the onion. It's very versatile, you see.
Can I get that little thingy on Amazon?
Yeah, actually you can.
You just go under the category thingy and it'll
Little
pop up.
thingy. You have to type in little. All right, let's get us some grated onion. You want to?
Yeah. That's more flavor right there.
Well, it ain't doing too hot.
Look, that little thingy needs to do better.
Well, I think it's because of the way I put it in there.
Taters are beeping at you.
I know. Let's finish this and then we'll go over there. Look, that thing's just gonna have to chill out over there.
But we're just flying by the seat of our pants.
This is how country cooking goes.
Sometimes it just,
It's a busy kitchen. You
Busy.
just do whatever you can.
This is that time when I'd come in the kitchen, Grandma'd be busy, and I'd be in the kitchen. She'd say,
Get out of
"Get
here.
out of here.
Get out of here." That's right.
Won't you go outside?"
Yeah. All right.
And if I was being bad enough, she'd give me that frowny face. You didn't want Grandma's frowny face. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
All right. Let's dump these over here. I'm gonna add a little bit more, but that didn't quite turn out like I was hoping it would, and I'm in a hurry, so I ain't got time to mess with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's beeping.
I know. Ooh, and my eyes are
I
watering.
bet.
Okay, so here's the thing with stewed potatoes. We're gonna leave that water in there, but we're just gonna turn this over to low. And I've got like another 1/4 cup of water here in this measuring cup, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of flour to it. Let's whisk that around. We're gonna pour that in here. Now, we can add more if we need to.
I really do appreciate you making these stewed potatoes.
I hope they turn out okay.
Listen, I'm optimistic.
I'm gonna turn it back up a little bit to get it simmering, because you
There
know.
is years of proven history with you. You always deliver.
I didn't for a long time though.
Well,
But now I do.
all them years is in the past.
Okay. Well, we're gonna let this thicken up. I did turn it up just a little bit more so it'll come back up to a simmer, because you want, it's kind of like with a cornstarch slurry. Like you need it come up to a simmer and thicken. And if we need to add more flour, we can. Not a big deal. Let's just monitor it. It's already starting to thicken a little bit. Check on our, oh my stars. Y'all,
Baby doll.
that smells so good.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Okay, we're gonna just let this sit here on low until we're ready. But y'all,
Man,
that looks and smells phenomenal.
unbelievable.
Okay, let's put the lid back on it. So I've got 2 eggs here that I'm gonna lightly beat. Let's add that in here. We've got a 1/2 cup of milk going in. We need a couple tablespoons maybe of the Dub sauce. We need some garlic powder and some salt and pepper, which is over here. We're trying to let those potatoes come back up to a simmer so I can see how thick it is. I may add just a little more flour. I need to go get my little gloves because you know. Now the key to this, number 1, is to have gloves that fit you. Not like this. But you don't want to overmix your meatloaf, because it can get tough. So You're just mixing it until everything seems like it's incorporated, and then you stop. Okay, I'm gonna use this scooper to scoop out. I think that's about right. You don't want to push them too far down in there. So I'm gonna make a little well on top of them here in a second anyway. But this should make about 12 of them. And we may have a little left over, quite honestly. Put some of that glaze. We're gonna bake some of the glaze on there the entire time, and then we'll also add some more on at the end. So I'm just trying to make little wells here for that glaze. So let's put these in the oven at 400 for about 15 minutes, and then we'll take them out and we'll put the rest of the glaze on top, and then we'll bake them for another 5. Okay, so now we're gonna add in some butter. I'm just gonna eyeball this till it feels about right. And then, you know what? This is something you can't buy at the store.
That's that liquid gold.
It is bacon grease. So we're gonna add in about a tablespoon of that, some minced onion, just a little bit, some salt and pepper, and now we're gonna add our milk. It's not gonna take a lot, just a little bit to make it creamy. And let's stir that around. Now these potatoes, this is very watery. This is way more watery than I thought it was gonna be, but he was saying his pop loved it to be watery. Your grandfather?
Yeah.
So I'm not convinced on it. I feel like it's a little too watery. I feel like I want to drain some of it, but
Well,
we'll just use a slotted spoon to get it out.
what happened is all those potatoes broke up in there and it's become like a soup.
Yeah, well, not all of the potatoes broke up, but some of them did. We're just gonna let this hang out on low until it's time to eat. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's put some more of the glaze on top, and these are going back in for at least another 5 minutes. We'll check on them and see if they're done.
Hey, beautiful.
I'm tired.
You did a good job.
Oh, look, Grandmom was always tired. She had to be, because she was always in the kitchen.
I don't know, she was something else. Yes, ma'am. Stewed potatoes is first on the list.
Okay, I'm a little worried about them.
I ain't worried about it at all. That tastes just like Grandmom's stewed potatoes.
Don't lie to me.
I am not. That is amazing. Simple, delicious, rustic. Put a little salt on.
Oh, I didn't put enough salt in it.
The thing about stewed potatoes is you don't want to put too much salt in there. You want to kind of add your own salt. That is amazing.
Good.
I love stewed potatoes. It's like a mix between, you know, potato soup and mashed potatoes. There's a little texture to them. Just a ton of that buttery flavor in there.
Good.
That bacon flavor as well. That is really good.
I'm glad.
All right, here we go with the okra. Let's see what we got. Wow! I did not expect that.
What?
That's way better than anything I've ever had.
What?
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, ma'am. That is the truth right there. That's the real, that's what I said, Maggie. I know. That is amazing.
Really?
The flavor in that, you ain't gonna believe it.
Okay.
All right, some of this meatloaf. That glaze looks really good. Oh man. Super inward.
Okay.
That glaze, oh man. It's got a little tang to it.
Right.
Smokiness.
Yeah.
Just barely spice, but not much at all. But the meatloaf, oh man. It's like melting your mouth.
Well, I'm glad I hit a home run on everything so far. You got to taste the cornbread, make sure it turned out all right. I think it should, because I make that all the time. It ain't as warm as I would like for it to be, but. You just gonna scoop it up? What do I eat first?
Eat whatever it is you want to eat.
I'm gonna go in the order you went. I'm gonna go
right.
with taters first. We already put
Taters
some salt on there. It's kind of like tater soup. I ain't gonna lie.
It is. But I feel like you can, I don't know, there's something
But
about the texture.
there's a little bacon grease taste to it, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's good.
Grandmom did her stewed potatoes just a little different, but them right there, I mean, that's stewed potatoes.
All right. Now let's try
Now you ain't
this.
gonna believe this.
I'm a little nervous. You done hyped it up.
You don't need to be nervous. For real.
It's that bacon flavor.
It is amazing. You're talking about rich.
Babe.
I ain't never had no okra and tomatoes that taste like that.
No, that's hands down the best.
For sure.
I can make a meal just off of that.
Yeah. That is amazing. Wow. That's some good stuff. Get you a shot of them meatloaves. Isn't that good? So soft.
The topping is so good.
Yes. Delicious. It doesn't taste like your bottled like barbecue sauce type thing, you know, or whatever. Good job, baby doll. You know, a home run on this grand slam.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Well deserved.
I was worried about those potatoes, I ain't gonna lie. I was upset.
Well, don't be upset. They're delicious.
They are good.
And that's just your first time ever making them.
True
You
story.
ain't never seen nobody make them a day in your life. This is the first time.
I know, he kept saying, this ain't how Grandmom does it. I was like, I
wasn't
don't know.
I wasn't being mean about it.
No. But you were just like, but Grandmom did this. And I'm like, look, I'm just following this recipe. I don't know. But I'm sure that Grandmom's way was way better. But
Listen.
what?
Nobody can beat Grandmom's cooking now.
No, of course not.
Just can't do it. You did a good job, baby doll. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy.
Thank you.
How'd I do? You think I did okay? I feel like the stewed potatoes, they have room for improvement. They were delicious, but I feel like the consistency, there's room for improvement. But I'm excited about trying it again because I think I like them more than I like mashed potatoes. Can you believe that? So we'll be making those again very soon, as well as those tomatoes and okra. Y'all, please make that. Please, please, please make that. And we've got some leftovers of the mini meatloaves, and we've got leftovers of everything. So we'll be having this tomorrow night too, which is wonderful because that means I ain't got to cook. This entire meal was made using only Caraway products, and I absolutely love their pots, their pans, their bakeware, everything. So don't forget to check the description box, click the link there, and use my code to get some extra savings and a free gift. This one was fun, and I am ready to unwind. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.